feels almost impossible to get into a relationship with any other gay person in 2026. I don't know how you feel, but I feel like it's just a trap and that it's never going to happen. Welcome to another episode of Gay Talk. Welcome to Gay Talk. Yes. In today's episode, guys, we're going to be talking about something which hits home very, very, very hard for me, and that is relationships. Now, I'm 24 years old and I've been in one serious relationship when I was 17 and one semi serious relationship about 2 years ago. And in the whole relationship scheme that I've experienced, I've not been in a relationship longer than 7 months. I used to feel like I was a good looking guy. I used to feel like I would have an equal opportunity to find someone. And as time goes on, I have to say, my confidence has gone down so much. I now feel like I'm not a good looking guy. I feel like guys out there are just looking for a particular thing. And it hurts me so much. I can't describe how much it hurts. I want someone to be able to confide in. I want someone to be able to go on holidays with. I want someone to be able to create unforgettable memories with. Someone that's there in times of my, sad, when I feel sad. Someone that I can support and I can be supported by, if that makes sense. And it feels like it's never going to happen. It genuinely does. Dating in the LGBT nowadays just feels like, I don't know a nice word to say for YouTube. It feels like guys just jump from one guy to another guy to another guy to another guy, and they're not interested in that commitment, if that makes sense. Or their standards are super high, like they want Ken from Barbie instead of just accepting someone for who they are, if that makes sense. In this day and age, you'll see guys hitting the gym, trying to get six packs, trying to have a super slim face, trying to do everything they can just to find love. And in my opinion, that is so disgusting and wrong. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't have to change who you are in order to be loved by someone, because that tells you that they're not there for you, they're there for your body. Do you know what I mean? And that is why I will not sit there and go to the gym just to impress people. And I'm happy to be the way that I am, if that makes sense. I think a struggle for me is I live in the Scottish Highlands and the dating pool of gay men or lesbian women up here is significantly lower than what it would be in likes of Manchester, Birmingham, London, things like places like that. Do you know what I mean? Where they're huge and they've got thousands and thousands of people. And then you look at the Scottish Highlands, which genuinely doesn't have many. A lot of the people in the Scottish Highlands that identify as LGBT are above 40, if that makes sense. And the ones that are less than that are more often up here visiting. Now, a lot of you guys told me in one of my previous videos that you shouldn't go on Grinder, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And to be fair, I do use Grinder. I've used it a lot. And it's always the same guys on there, if that makes sense. It's always the same people. And it's the people that like to take pictures of their tally and send it to you, and then you go, "Oh yeah, so when are we meeting?" And it's like, we're not meeting. I'm just using this material to, visit platform 9 3/4. That's what I like to refer it to. And you'll sit there and send pictures to one another. You'll arrive at platform 9 3/4, or he's arrived at platform 9 3/4. You don't talk to each other again, and then you're fucking all of a sudden blocked on each other's social media platforms. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's just a nosh and go, if that makes sense. It's not like a packed lunch at school where it's a grab and go. It's a nosh and go. It's a new thing for all this new dating, but it's becoming significantly harder, is what I'm trying to say. I've talked to a few guys over the last sort of year, some ex-work colleagues, some people that I've probably never spoken to in my life before, and you try and flirt with them and see sort of if you ever had a chance with them, and they brush you off and they say, "No, you're not my kind," or "No, you're too femme for me," or there's always got to be an excuse on why they reject you. And I think for me, that just furthers your depression and it furthers your thoughts that you're not good enough. It's proper mind boggling how dating is in this day and age, to be honest. I have taken steps to try and improve my chances of finding a relationship. I've taken you guys' advice and tried to limit the amount of time that I go on to apps like Grindr and all that stuff. I've tried Tinder. Um, I've now downloaded a new one called Hinge. Hinge is actually quite good. I have found a few matches on there where people actually talk to you and stuff. But for me, it's friendship as well. Even if a relationship didn't work out of it, at least friendships, if that makes sense. So I am trying to do as much as I can to try and find the love, but it feels impossible. Most of these dating apps are paywalls. Like, you have to pay ridiculous amounts. I think Grindr's something stupid like £60 a month, and in order to message who you want from wherever, if they live in America, if they live in Aberdeen, if they live in Glasgow, and you live in, I don't know, let's just say Fort William, then you've got to pay £60 in order to message them. It's mind boggling. Tinder Premium, you get a certain amount of swipes a day, and then after that, you've then got to pay for a premium in order to start swiping again. It just feels impossible to get into a relationship, is what I'm trying to say. And I guess I just get sadder and sadder and sadder because it just feels like it's never gonna happen. Being a young 24-year-old, your sex drive is quite high. I'll say the word. Your sex drive is quite high, and you think about that quite a lot. But with me, yes, while that is a factor in my brain, I also have the factor in my brain that wants to be able to cuddle someone when I come home from work, wants to be able to lie on the couch and watch movies. It's not all about sex life, it's about having that relationship that works where you could have your sex life, but you could also have that person to confide in. It's cringy and embarrassing to speak about it on camera, but it is honestly something that does weigh me down, and maybe it weighs you guys down as well. So, I guess what I'm trying to say from this video is, if you're not in a relationship and you've not been in a relationship for ages, don't be thinking you're the problem. You're probably not the problem. I think I'm the problem. I'm probably not the problem. But we've just got to keep trying. That's the bottom aim. We've just got to keep trying, and I'll keep you guys informed if anything ever changes with my dating life or whatnot. But yeah, I guess I just feel like I'm not worthy enough of having a good-looking guy in my life, which is quite sad. Which is quite sad. Who knows? Maybe one day. If you date me, leave a comment below. I typically go for guys between 18 and 40. Yeah, people say 40 is a bit too old, but there's nothing wrong with a mature guy. Yeah, I guess that's it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share the video. Definitely engage with it because I need to be motivated to do these videos. And when I sit and see no one's engaging with it, I just feel like, what's the point? I'm trying my best here to tell you guys my unique stories and how I feel and keep you involved in my life. But it's nice when you engage as well. So please do engage with the video. It does help a lot and it does push the video out to more people. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.